Whilst gamers have been known to argue from time to time over such topics as the console wars and review scores, we're still considered to be a tight-knit community. So it's no surprise that when the community loses one of their own, fellow gamers are eager to reach out and honour the gamer that's passed away. YouTube, what's good? XhiaGaming here, bringing you a brand new episode of Top 5. And in this episode, we're going to take a look at some of the most touching in-game tributes to gamers who have passed away. Coming in at number 5 to start us off, Robin Williams and World of Warcraft. When Robin Williams passed away in 2014, his death sent a ripple of sorrow through people all over the world. And whilst most knew him for his larger-than-life personality, acting, and comedy career, he was also an avid gamer. So much so that he went as far as naming his daughter Zelda after the famous Hyrulean princess. Outside of his busy schedule, you'd have the chance to catch him on the Manaroth server in World of Warcraft, trolling people in trade chat, which is how you can tell the man was a true fan of the game. So it's no surprise that over 10,000 fans petitioned to get him added to the game. The game's developer Blizzard hosted memorial events and even added an NPC in the Warlords of Draenor expansion. Found on a small island in the South Sea area, you can find a dusty bottle. Rubbing the bottle will reveal a powerful genie named Robin, who will say his iconic line from the movie Aladdin, "Phenomenal cosmic powers!" The genie even has his own lounging space next to the bottle so he can relax on his own private island, forever. Next up at number 4, Technoblade and Minecraft. Technoblade was one of the most prominent figures in the Minecraft YouTube community. His content popularized a variety of special challenges and contests centered on the game, and it was one of the reasons Minecraft saw a resurgence in popularity in recent years. His unexpected death due to a metastatic sarcoma in June of 2022 was a huge blow, not only to his fans but also the Minecraft community as a whole.
I looked at myself in the mirror and I noticed that my right shoulder was starting to swell like crazy, and I was like, oh my god. I must have broken a bone. It looked crazy. So, the next day, August 2nd, I headed over to the doctor to see what was wrong. And they ran a couple of scans, and then they came back, and they told me that the reason my arm hurts is because I have cancer.
Technoblade received numerous tributes from fellow streamers and content creators, as well as the creators of Minecraft, Mojang Studios. On July 2nd, 2022, the developers changed Minecraft's title screen to feature a pig wearing a crown, in reference to Technoblade's online avatar and in-game skin. Although, after around a month, this tribute was replaced with the addition of a new splash text on the main menu screen, reading, "Technoblade never dies." It seems appropriate given that his name and numerous donations to sarcoma-fighting charities continue to have a significant, positive impact to this day. Coming in at number 3, we have Evan in Fallout 4 and Eric in The Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim. Bethesda has a reputable history of adding in-game tributes, specifically as NPCs. As such, we're going to mention them both in this slot. These two gamers were Eric and Evan, two devoted fans of Bethesda's games who left lasting impressions on the gaming community, despite facing tragic circumstances. Eric was diagnosed with cancer in 2011 and fulfilled his dream of visiting Bethesda's headquarters through Make-A-Wish, where he impressed the studio with his knowledge of Oblivion to members of the team. Though he passed away before the release of Skyrim, Bethesda immortalized him in-game as Eric the Slayer, based on his online alias, Imok the Slayer. This in-game NPC is a curious and intrepid person who seeks to become an adventurer in Tamriel. The player can help him realize his dream by recruiting him as their travel companion, exploring as many locations as possible together. Similarly, Evan and his brother Andrew found solace in Fallout 4 after their father's death, exploring the Commonwealth with a robot companion they'd named Greg, after their father, even going so far as to write a post to Bethesda, thanking the company for providing them with a way to cope with the death of their father. The post eventually reached the Bethesda team, and the company showed their support to the mourning family by sending them a care package with exclusive Fallout-themed items. Unfortunately, despite this nice gesture, Evan and Andrew weren't spared from experiencing another tragedy. Due to complications with a diabetes-related illness, the younger of the two brothers, Evan, went into a coma shortly after Bethesda sent the letter, and tragically passed away at the hospital. This was obviously a huge blow to Andrew, which is why Bethesda decided to go a step further and add a special character to Fallout 4 in Evan's memory. Nicknamed Good Guy Evan by the game's community, the NPC quickly became a fan favourite due to his giving nature and positive attitude. This, according to Andrew, was spot on for the type of person Evan was in real life. These heartfelt tributes demonstrate Bethesda's commitment to honouring their fans' legacies, even in the face of loss. Coming in at number 2, Sarah's Jenna Mech Warrior Online. It's always tragic when someone is diagnosed with cancer, but it's especially heartbreaking when it affects someone at such a young age. That was the case when the unthinkable happened to 5-year-old Sarah Parries, who was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumour. Sarah and her father John enjoyed playing video games together, with their favourite being Mech Warrior Online. Sarah especially enjoyed running around and blowing things up with lasers in her in-game mech, Jenna. Which is why when Sarah sadly passed away, the team at Piranha Games released a special Jenna mech in her honour. In 2013, the mech went on to become an exclusive charity item thanks to a petition from MechWarrior Online's community, who wanted to show support for the family in mourning. The charity event raised over $120,000, with all of the proceeds being donated to the Canadian Cancer Society. It's truly amazing how a supportive community can turn a small, hidden tribute into a full-blown charity drive that helps change people's lives for the better. Sometimes the internet can do great things. Before we get to the number 1 spot, we have some very honourable mentions. Woo Hong Yu astronaut suit, Overwatch. Bad Wolf mural, Dying Light. Roger Roll's server, Guild Wars 2. The Tomb Lord of Bryn, Might and Magic 8. Coming in at number 1, we have Michael Mamerle, Borderlands 2. Michael Mamerle, a devoted Borderlands 1 fan, passed away from cancer in 2011 at age 22. He cherished playing the game alongside his friend Carlo, eagerly anticipating their adventures on Pandora in the sequel. Carlo, deeply affected by Michael's sudden death, reached out to Gearbox, the creators of Borderlands, requesting a eulogy in the voice of Michael's favourite character, Claptrap. Gearbox honoured by the request, sending Carlo a heartfelt farewell from Claptrap. However, the tribute took a poignant turn when David Eddings, the voice actor for Claptrap, broke character to address Michael's passing.
The problem with reality is terrible things can happen to good people, and the most we can do is stand by our friends and hope they get better. Sometimes they don't. So I'm going to break character now.
Carlo, everyone at Gearbox was deeply touched by your request to have our silly little robot join you in eulogizing your friend Michael. It means more to us than you'll ever know. And thanks to both of you for allowing us to become even a small part of what was clearly a very special friendship. Our deepest condolences for your loss. Tonight, we raise our glasses to the memory of Michael John Mamerle. Though he may be gone, he will live on forever in the Borderlands.
Moved by the gesture, the studio decided to further commemorate Michael by creating a character inspired by him. The in-game Michael Mamerle is a vault hunter that hangs out in different locations in Sanctuary, giving out rare loot to players that talk to him. He also has a special achievement connected to him called Tribute to a Vault Hunter. Being an achievement hunter myself, I spent countless visits at Sanctuary trying to find Michael, namely with my own friend and co-op gaming partner, Brados, which is why this takes out my number 1 spot. If you're new to the channel, I typically end these videos by asking people to comment if their game didn't make the list. On this occasion, I'd prefer we take a moment of silence not only for the people on this list, but the ones who aren't. Thank you. Tap the bell icon after subscribing and you'll never miss a video again. And consider checking out my Facebook page as well for daily gaming updates and news. Thanks guys. Sometimes the biggest video games are a result of a dedicated advertising effort that takes years of organisation and many millions of dollars. Then there are the viral video games that only dream of success, and some might expect it, but none dare reach as high as they eventually climb, exceeding any and all expectations.